Good day and welcome to Carnival Media News. I am Elizabeth Tessie Okemukoko. To begin the news this afternoon, a fire outbreak has gutted a shopping complex and surrounding shops around Amore Street, Ayegule boundary area of Lagos, destroying goods worth millions of naira. The Lagos State Emergency Management Agency reported the incidents. According to the preliminary report signed by the Permanent Secretary, LASEMA, Dr. Olufemi Damilola, on Thursday, the fire was reported at about 2:40 a.m. on their emergency throw lines, prompting activation of state emergency responses plans and its Kappa base in Oshodi. On arrival at the scene, the LASEMA response team observed active flames and that has been consuming one-story complex, which housed several clothing dealers. Meanwhile, the North Central All Progressive Congress Forum has rejected moves to drop Vice President Kashim Shettima as President Bola Tinubu's running mate ahead of 2027 general elections, warning that such step would amount to grave political miscalculation. The forum's position was contained in a statement issued today in Abuja by its chairman, Alhaji Salah Zazaga, following report that some persons within ruling party were pushing for Shettima's replacement. According to the report, the speculations was fueled after the vice president's photograph was omitted from a banner bearing images of APC leaders in the Northeast during the party's zonal public hearing in the amendment of its constitution in Maiduguri. The banner featured Tinubu, 5 APC governors from the zone and party's national legal advisor. The development has ignited debate over the availability of APC's Muslim presidential ticket in 2027 and Shettima's political future. Some stakeholders within the party have reportedly called for its replacement with a Christian from the north. In the meantime, the Senior Staff Association of Nigerian Polytechnics have rejected the review of schemes of services for Nigerian polytechnics prepared by the National Board for Technical Education at a stakeholders meeting held recently in Abuja. The national president of the union, Philip Ogunsipe, said in a statement released today that the union's rejection of the reviewed scheme of service was contained in a minority report submitted to the Ministry of Education, to the Minister of Education, Dr. Maruf Alausa. The union said it rejected the revised scheme because it introduced sharp disparity between teaching and non-teaching staff at the entry point of employment. According to SSANIP, the new scheme would deny non-teaching staff career progression as it prevents staff with first degree from advancing to Condesis 15, which is equivalent to grade level 17. And on the foreign scene, Israel's President Isaac Herzog has stated today, Thursday, that regime changes can be the only future of Iran, where mass protests against the clerical authorities have faced a deadly crackdown. Demonstrations, initially sparked by economic grievances, turned into a movement against the theocracy that has ruled Iran since 1979. People poured into streets for several days from January 8, but the demonstrations appear to have been petered out in the face of what activists describe as a crackdown under the cover of a blanket of internet shutdown. The Islamic Republic's long-term foe, Israel, has expressed support for the protesters without suggesting that it would intervene. Now on sport. The Confederation of African Football has imposed fines totaling to $100,000 on the Algerian Football Federation and suspended two of its players following their involvement in the brawl that ensured after Algeria's 2-0 defeat to Nigeria in the quarter-finals of the 2025 African Cup of Nations on January 10th. The sanctions were confirmed on Wednesday by the Algerian Football Federation, which has also opted to appeal the punishment. In addition, the FAF has handed 6 fines amounting to $100,000 to the Algerian Football Federation. And that wraps up our Carnival Midday News. Do not forget to check out our app on Google Play Store and also our website at www.carnivalmedia.ng. Once again, I am Elizabeth Tessie Okemugogo. Do enjoy the rest of your day.